What's going on, everybody? Welcome to WWE Aftershock, making its return for the first time in 2 weeks. I'm Owen the Birdman Finch, and I'm here with...
Chris.
Oh my god, bro.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? How did this get your ass?
But yeah, I'm just going to talk about my whole experience. I was considering doing a vlog for the Rumble, but then I realized it was going to be too hard to do a vlog, because then I would have had to edit it. And as you heard off camera, there was some stuff that happened that, like, I wouldn't have been able to do a vlog because there was just so much stress and stuff doing that stuff. It probably would have been, like, ratings gold, but I don't think it would have been a pleasant time filming that stuff.
Who's ready for story time with
Owen Finch.
baby?
Yeah, I'll just start talking about my experience. So yeah, we left Friday. As you heard, as I told Chris off air, we ended up missing our flight Friday. We were supposed to leave at 7:10 in the morning. That didn't happen because we ended up oversleeping. So we had to take a later flight. And after some stress that came to get in that flight, we ended up having to do basically a one-stop flight. We flew into Newark, New Jersey, and then we flew from Newark, New Jersey, all the way to Florida. We really didn't really want to do it that way, but it was either that or we weren't going to get to Florida that day, and then the whole trip would have just been kind of a stress ball because it wasn't going to happen that way. But some good came out of that because I got to meet Jimmy Hart in Newark because he was literally right behind my friend. We were getting like pizza and stuff. I was eating pizza, and I saw a couple people were taking pictures and stuff. I didn't recognize him right away because I had been up since like 4 a.m., so I thought it was just hallucinating. And he was also standing behind my friend. And, I couldn't really see him because my friend's pretty tall and stuff like that, so I couldn't see him right away. And then I saw him, and I'm like, do I bug him? But then I was like, from what I went through today, I'm going to go get this picture. I had met him before, too, so it was like, I got my picture with him, but I figured, you know what? I deserve this today. So I didn't go immediately bug him. I let him, check into his flight and everything like that. And when he was done, I'm like, hey, can we get a picture? He was trying to stay low profile, too, so I didn't I didn't make it like a big deal, like, didn't scream in the airport or anything. Oh my gosh, it's Jimmy Hart. So I we kept it pretty discreet. We took the picture really quick. When I was waiting for him, though, I was like, just standing right next to these guys. They were probably thinking, like, the hell is this kid doing? He's just standing here and everything like that. At least that's what I was thinking at the time. And then the guy even said, hey, can I help you with something, buddy? I'm like, no, just standing here. And then, yeah, I took the picture. Luckily, they ended up being wrestling fans, so I went over and apologized and said, yeah, I think you saw I wanted to meet him. He's trying to stay low profile and everything like that. But if they weren't wrestling fans, I don't think you would have seen. We would have been doing this video today. I probably would have been jumped at the airport and everything like that.
Arrested and threw in the fucking slammer.
Yep. So then, so yeah, we didn't really talk too much. We just talked about, like, he asked if I was going to the Rumble. At first, I thought he was going to, like, a meet and greet at the Rumble, but he also could have been going to Hogan's Beach Shop because that's in Florida, and it was, like, wasn't recently just, like, the 40th anniversary of when, like, Hulkamania became a thing, so he could have been going there for that, too. Maybe both.
Yeah, Hogan's Beach Shop's in Florida, so.
Yeah. Yeah, so, we didn't talk for too long. When the flight was boarded, he didn't fly first class because he told me he got his flight so late that he had to take basically any flight he could get. So he was like, when they call sections and everything like that, he was like a section before us. I didn't see him on the plane, though, so I don't know, because it's a pretty big flight, too, and everything like that. So I don't know if he was just in the way back or the way front or whatever, but, I didn't talk to him for too long. And then, yeah, we got to Florida, did some non-wrestling related things. We went to the venue. We left at 5 o'clock because we were in Lakeland. So we were kind of about an hour from the venue, but we also stopped and got a bite to eat. I mean, it was more than one bite. It was like dinner, but we didn't just do one bite of anything. You know, it was
Just one fucking bite and you're gone. One bite only.
I have to make that a pretty big bite. You know. Now, when it's one bite, is it just one bite of like one piece of food, or is it like one bite of the entire meal? How does that work? Like
you have to take one bite and eat it all in one bite.
Oh, even the plate?
Yeah.
Now, what if you get a drink? How does that work? Because you don't really bite a drink.
Shove it in there.
Okay.
All in one bite, baby.
I did say a quick bite too, so it's you gotta do it quick. You can't even like hesitate. But I don't even know where we went there, but so yeah, then we went to the venue. As I told you off camera, finding our parking was tough because I paid for parking ahead of time. Originally, it was a dumb move, I think I told you, because I didn't even end up having to, because we were originally going to Uber/Lyft/ whatever they do down there. But then eventually, my friend just decided to rent a car, so the parking pass came in handy. But the GPS kept taking us to like the coned off areas and stuff, so we couldn't even really get to our parking. It took a while to find it. We finally found it. I was getting worried though, because like I was worried they were just gonna eventually get to a point where they were just gonna let anybody park there. But that wasn't the case. And then yeah, we made it. We parked there. It said doors opened at 6, maybe 6:30ish. They opened probably about 7. They were probably open, but it still took a while, because a lot of people for us to get in there and everything like that.
Oh yeah, so many.
And we did Royal Rumble Superstore. I was kind of happy I was able to do that because I thought that was just going to be like a media access type thing. But no, it was in the venue. You were able to go in there, and I went in there. We didn't spend too long in there because we got in there about like 7 o'clock, and we wanted to make sure because it took us a while to find our seats anyways, so we wanted to make sure we got what we needed, and plus lines and things like that. The 2 shirts I got was one of the Royal Rumble I was there t-shirt. I usually try to get a t-shirt like that because it's unique, and obviously too because I was out of state and everything like that. I wanted to get that one. I don't have the t-shirts; it's upstairs at the moment. I can't really go get it right now. And I also got CM Punk's t-shirt, not the Hell Falls Over one, the one that he was wearing on Monday Night Raw. It's like I haven't really looked at it too much, but like it was the one he was wearing on Raw. So that's the t-shirt I ended up getting. It was pretty long. You couldn't even tell who worked there too, because everyone who worked, the workers were wearing like Royal Rumble like t-shirts, but then there was other people that were wrestling fans that were also wearing Royal Rumble t-shirts, so you couldn't even tell who worked there, who didn't work there. So it was really challenging. But yeah, they eventually we ended up paying. We found our seats, and we probably got to our seats like 10 minutes before the actual show started, because technically we were missing the kickoff by that point, but it was before the actual show started. The only thing we saw at the kickoff before I went back and we watched it was the Triple H Kayla Braxton segment where like Triple H hyped the Rumble, but so that's the only thing we really saw. We didn't really see anything else. So yeah, that was kind of the experience. We had pretty decent seats. They were fairly solid. For the Rumble, they probably weren't the best seats to sit at though, just because like it was kind of tough to make out like what was going on. There's some points you had to look up at the screen. Luckily, there was like a big screen next to us, directly to the right. We were able to look at. What sucked is sometimes it kept going out because there was just so much going on. And then we couldn't see them actually come out. We weren't really by the entrances. It took us a little bit to figure out where they were coming out, but eventually we ended up figuring it out because we didn't get to see Peter Rosenberg's nice tour that he took. We didn't see that, so we were just trying to guess where they were coming out. It did feel like too. Some of them were like, I thought there was like 2 entrances at first because some went into a different part of the ring each time. So and we saw Michael Cole and Corey Graves make their entrance. Michael Cole got cheered, which doesn't happen much. So it's kind of still, even though it's been a couple years, it's still a weird feeling that Michael Cole gets cheered now because he never really got cheered before. And Corey Graves got like a mixed reaction. He got some cheers and he got some boos, but that means he's doing his job because he's the heel commentator.
And now WWE presents Royal Rumble Kickoff.
Yeah, going through the kickoff slash pre-show. I watched this the next day because I didn't see it live. We had Peter Rosenberg, Booker T, and Jackie Redmond on the panel. They finally fixed the issue of having too many people on the panel. It was just them on the panel. I believe Byron Saxon and Caleb Braxton were the backstage interviewers of the night. I would have preferred it. They flipped it. I would have preferred Caleb on the panel than Jackie. But then again, I like Caleb better as an interviewer, so it's just kind of tough. But I'm glad they switched. I hope that's the permanent panel for now on, just because as we talked about in the past, having 4 people on there does not work. I felt it definitely
it doesn't.
It definitely ran smoother having those 3 on there. I think too less if you remember too less references of Caleb Braxton, Jackie Redmond trying to make reference just to make each other laugh. There was less of that going on this time, so that was good. There was a few interviews. They did an interview with Rhea Ripley where she basically just talked about how she she looks forward to seeing her in the Rumble, and they say they better not challenge her because you're not going to get the title if you challenge me, type of thing. It was filmed earlier in the day though, so it wasn't live or anything like that because you're using the crowd and stuff. And then Paul Heyman did an interview where he just kind of hyped up Roman Reigns. It was really good, but it's the same interview he always does on the pre-show where he just basically talks about how Roman Reigns is going to win. So, I'm sick of the Bloodline storyline, as you can tell. It's getting very repetitive at this point.
Oh, yeah.
And then Peter Rosenberg did the same thing that he did for WrestleMania 30. Was it 30? Yeah, 39, where he kind of showed the venue and everything like that. He walked by some people. He walked by Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, and they just kind of made fun of him. He saw Punk down there. I didn't even know Punk was down there. He saw him, and did he?
Hey, Punk.
Yeah. And then he goes into he just goes into where the where the balls are. I think it's the batting court or whatever. And he saw R-Truth in there.
The hitting.
The what?
So they practice.
Yeah. So then R-Truth.
They practice their hitting.
R-Truth was looking through baseball because he didn't like his Royal Rumble number, so he was trying to find another one, but he was mistaken that it was a different type of balls. He had to be looking for something else, and R-Truth was all confused. Peter Rosenberg didn't know what was going on, and I didn't really know what was going on, but it was awesome. Truth's a legend. Truth's a goat. This was awesome.
He is.
And then, I'm gonna have to answer that question later. And then he interviewed Punk. He talked about how he wants to win the Royal Rumble, and then this doesn't explain a lot because I think this was live, but we didn't actually hear Peter Rosenberg, probably because this was probably could have been when we were at the Rumble store trying to find the seats. But even though he was on a mic, I don't think the mic was actually working. I think it was just for Peacock type of thing because we didn't actually hear him, so we didn't even know he was out there. And then I think that's everything that happened on the kickoff. I didn't take any notes just because I didn't see the point. Overall, solid kickoff. It's pretty decent. Well, then the Triple H and Kayla thing happened, but I kind of already talked about that. Where they just basically hyped up the Royal Rumble and everything like that. So overall, how did you feel about the kickoff? I thought the kickoff was okay.
Yeah, I thought it was fine. Nothing spectacular. It was okay.
And now, cricket and the WWE Credit One Visa Card present the Royal Rumble.
And then, then they did, the intro and everything like that. They did a video package because it was in Tampa with Hulk Hogan narrating it. It was really good. Really liked it a lot. And then we had our first return of the night, and it wasn't even a Royal Rumble. It became a Royal Rumble return later in the night, but it was still awesome. It was Pat McAfee. I kind of figured this was going to happen. I kind of wish we did do a predictions video because I have a feeling you would have been like, oh, Pat McAfee's not going to be there. He's got other things going on because it feels like every time you say that, he always ends up showing up. And yeah, he was here. He came out. He got a great reaction.
We definitely have some news on him later.
Yep. And we found out he was the guest commentator of the night.
Positive news, not bad news.
Yeah. Yeah, everyone was really into him. And yeah, then it kicked off with the what did you think of seeing Pat McAfee first? I thought this was awesome. It was great. It was
Loved it. Loved Pat. I'm a big Pat fan.
um, and then yeah, we have
How was the reaction live for Pat though? Was it
yeah,
crazy?
it was crazy. Everybody loved seeing him. You know, they got into his theme song too because his theme song's awesome to um, get into. And I mean, obviously, I don't think a lot of people were like surprised. They were surprised, but because he's been doing this these past couple of because he did this for what Mania and the Rumble last year. I think like they were like, oh, it was like surprise, but then like they were kind of like, yeah, it kind of made it like, yeah, we figured this was gonna happen. So it was like everyone got into him, but it wasn't like they were surprised but not surprised, if that makes sense. Because he's been doing this a couple times and everything like that. So yeah, then it kicked off with the Women's Royal Rumble. I kind of figured this was going to happen, considering the fact that, I figured one Rumble was going to start it, and I figured it'd be the women's since Punk was going to be in the men's, and I figured I was thinking he was winning, but it didn't happen that way. So yeah, let's just start talking about the Women's Royal Rumble. Number 1 was Monday Night Raw's Natalya, and then number 2 was first return of the night, free agent / according to Wikipedia, unaffiliated Naomi. This was awesome. I didn't anticipate she was going to be here. I had heard wrinklings that she left TNA and everything like that, but I didn't think she was going to end up showing up in the Royal Rumble. And she did. She came out to her music and everything like that. It seems like a full-on return. Obviously, we don't know where she's going to end up or anything like that. She got a great reaction because it was also in Florida too. She's from Florida and everything like that. She was very emotional during this. So yeah, it was a really cool return and everything like that. Again, we don't really review Rumbles often, so it's really tough to review them, especially when you have somebody else on. But overall, like, what did you think of the return of Naomi and everything like that? I thought it was awesome.
I loved it. When a music hit, I was like, man, this is early.
Yeah.
For her. I thought she was going to be later on, but I'm like, It's actually kind of perfect because they are in St. Pete, close enough to Orlando. It just made sense for her to come out and get the full entrance.
Yeah. So it ended up working out really well. And yeah, they go at it for a little bit. Then number 3 came. It was SmackDown's Bayley. And yeah, they all went at it. Then number 4 was Monday Night Raw's Candice LeRae. She didn't really get much of a reaction. She got a little bit, but not much.
It came across quiet on TV.
Yeah. Well, there's one that's really quiet. I think which one's it's going to be. Then we had another big surprise. TNA Knockouts champion Jordan Grace came out with the title and everything too. This was awesome. I did not anticipate to see Jordan Grace. My friend who I was with doesn't watch TNA, so I had to explain who she was and everything like that.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute, who the hell is that? I'm like, I don't remember that theme song. And then she walked in, I was like, holy shit!
Yep.
I'm like, that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, she she did very well here. She ended up hitting a lot of
very strong show.
Yeah, she last.
If they want to do, they set some future things up too, also in the match.
Yeah, and then I'll just say this now. I believe she lasts about towards like the end, pretty much too. So she had a very strong show, and I think she did get some eliminations. I just don't remember what they are at the moment. Then we had numbers.
She didn't get any.
Oh, okay. Then we had numbers.
She didn't have any, but she had. She lasted 19 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yeah. Then we had number 6. It was Monday Night Raw's Indy Hartwell. Her and Candice LeRae worked together. She got a decent reaction, not better than Candice LeRae at least. Then number 7 was SmackDown's one half of the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, Asuka. She got a pretty good reaction. She started taking down a lot of people and everything like that. She looked really good in this match. They did a lot of moments where Damage Control worked together, so that was cool. Then we had number 8. It was Monday Night Raw's Ivy Nile. She looked really good in this match. She ended up, she did like a stalling suplex, I believe, together like with Jordan Grace at the same time. I think Jordan Grace had Candice LeRae up there, and Ivy Nile had Indy Hartwell. That was really cool. I liked that. So they kind of had like a little bit of a face-off and everything like that. Then we had number 9. We had Monday Night Raw's Katana Chance. You would have had a pin drop when she came out. Nobody made a sound when she came out. It was
no fucking surprise.
I think you knew this. I think you knew this was the person I was talking about. So
Yes.
Not
a fucking surprise.
Yeah, she looked okay in this match though. Just no one cared about her. So it's just what happens sometimes. I think we could get into some eliminations. Now, Damage Control eliminated Candice LeRae, and Bailey ended up eliminated Indy Hartwell. So that was a few eliminations that happened. I don't remember if that's when they did happen, but I know they ended up happening eventually. And then Bianca Belair, she was the next entrant. She was representing SmackDown. I forgot to say that. She went up against like Damage Control. She looked pretty strong. She had a little bit of a face-off with Jordan Grace, which was cool, and a little bit of one with Naomi, because I didn't really mix it up too much, when Naomi was there before and everything like that. Then we had number 11 was SmackDown's Kairi Sane. She looked really good. She had a really good insane elbow. Yeah, so that was cool. And then we had number 12 was Monday Night Raw's Tegan Nox. She looked pretty good in this match. Her and Natalya worked together a lot, and then eventually they hugged, and Natalya tried to turn on her and eliminate her, but then Tegan Nox reversed it. So that was a cool elimination. Number 13 was Monday Night Raw's Kaden Carter. Again, she got a better reaction, I guess, than Katana Chance, but, there was still not much of a
fucking
reaction.
pennies, baby.
Yeah.
Like I fucking said.
And then...
because no one cares about them.
Yeah, they go at it with the Kabuki Warriors. They eliminate Asuka, and they do a cool bit where, like, Kairi Sane tried to save herself from elimination. She tried to hold on to, like, the LED screen, but it didn't work. She ended up getting eliminated. And Bailey was upset about this because, they were supposed to win the Royal Rumble together and everything like that. And it was, like, midway through the Rumble. It was, like, not even really midway through the Rumble. It was pretty early on in the Rumble where this happened. And pretty much Bailey had to go in it on her own because Dakota Kai wasn't going to be in it. And Sky wasn't going to be in it because she's the women's champion. So it was a cool bit. I liked that. And then number 14 was Monday Night Raw's Chelsea Green. They did a callback to last year where she almost got eliminated right away. But this time she saved herself from elimination.
That was hysterical.
And then we had number 15 was Monday Night Raw's Piper Niven. Right before she comes out, Chelsea Green falls off the apron and she gets caught by Niven. And Chelsea Green wants her to put her back in the apron. They tease like she's not going to, but eventually she just puts her on the steps and they end up going to work together and everything like that. That was pretty cool. Number 16 was Monday Night Raw's Xia Li. She didn't get much of a reaction really. She was just kind of like whatever.
Kind of forgot about it.
Yeah, so she doesn't really do much in this match. She doesn't last very long either. So number 17 was SmackDown Selena Vega. She got a pretty good reaction in this match. We couldn't see what because she had a special attire, right? I couldn't see what it was because I couldn't see the entrances.
Yeah, it was I forget, it was like wings or something. I forget what it was, but it was really cool. Yeah, Xia Li lasted a whole 6 minutes and 46 seconds.
Yeah, she did. And then we had number 18 was Monday Night Raw's Maxine Dupree. She looked a little rough in the beginning of the match. She tried to hit like a tilt-a-whirl on Bailey that didn't work out, and she tried to hit one on somebody else. But once she kind of like got into a groove, she looked better. But it was a little rough. It was a rough beginning for
really, really, really sloppy when she came in.
But then once she kind of was in there for a bit, she looked okay. And then some eliminations I believe happened here that I'm missing. Want to make sure I get them. Okay, I got that one. Again, it's hard to review a Rumble because you got to like go back through this. I was also there live, so I didn't write notes about things that were happening. So I believe Katana Chance Kaden Carter got eliminated by Piper Niven at one point. I don't remember exactly when that happens, but I remember it does happen. And then so none of those happened yet. Yeah, that's pretty later on. This video's gonna be sloppy because of this, but it's just so hard to get every elimination that happens. So, and then yeah, number 19 is the big person who comes and does all the eliminations. It was Monday Night Raw's Nia Jax. Boos galore. Everybody booed. Nobody wanted Nia Jax in this Rumble. It was just really bad. She gets a lot of eliminations. She eliminates Xia Li. She eliminates Katana Chance. And she eliminates Ivy Nile. Ivy Nile, they tried to do a bit where she eliminated her, but it didn't really work out. Everyone kind of booed when that happened. And then her and Piper Niven had a face-off. And they did a bit where, Chelsea Green kept getting, the worst of their face-off. They would, they would do a splash in the corner, and Chelsea Green got, the worst of it. So Chelsea Green was just getting destroyed in this Rumble. It was really funny. That was hilarious. And then number 20 was SmackDown Shotzi. She looked pretty good in this Rumble, but she eventually gets eliminated by Nia Jax. Number 21 was Monday Night Raw's Becky Lynch. And, she eliminates a lot of people. She eliminated Chelsea Green after she had been, on pins and needles because of all the damage she had taken and everything like that. So that was pretty cool. She had, she had a pretty good showing. Number 22 was SmackDown's Kaylee Ray. I almost did it, Chris. I almost did that, but I caught myself there. I almost did it, though.
Ooh.
Yeah, she looked pretty good in this Rumble. She got eliminated by Naomi, but she looked pretty good in this Rumble. Number 23 was Monday Night Raw, Shayna Baszler. She had a really good face-off with Nia Jax, who eventually ended up eliminated her. And then number 24, this is awesome right here, was Monday Night Raw's Valhalla. There was a mistake here. R-Truth, I think, forgot which Rumble he was in, because he ends up coming out. And he goes into the Rumble, and he realizes, I think, that he was in the wrong Rumble, because he saw that it was Nia Jax that was in there. To be fair, though, this isn't completely an R-Truth, because Nia Jax has competed before in the Men's Royal Rumble, so this isn't completely his fault, it happens. And he got, do we say eliminated? Because he wasn't even in the match, but he got, clotheslined over the top rope. And Adam Pearce came out, and he was just really mad at him and everything like that. And, I was kind of thinking this was...
Grow up, Pierce.
Yeah. I was kind of thinking, too, did he just take Valhalla's spot? But no, but Adam Pearce let Valhalla go in there. But because there was so much chaos going on, this caused Valhalla to get eliminated, right away and everything like that. And, Valhalla was pissed about this. Security had to kind of hold her back. And I don't know if you saw this on Instagram. They did, a bit backstage where, R-Truth was, confused and everything like that. And Adam Pearce was like, what are you doing? And R-Truth thought, Adam Pearce... he thinks Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis are, the same people, too. He thinks they're the same person, which is just awesome. And, yeah, Adam Pearce needed a drink after that. R-Truth really, he really broke him there. So,
He's stressing him out.
Yeah. What'd you think of this bit in the Rumble? This was awesome, I felt bad for Truth because,
Loved it. Loved every single solitary moment of it.
I mean, these things happen sometimes, right? This happens, right? Right?
From time to time, yes. Absolutely.
His bad.
You forget. People forget all the time.
His bad, right? His bad,
He's bad.
Yeah.
He's
and
bad.
again, Nia Jax competed in the Men's Royal Rumble. You can obviously see why he was so mistaken here,
Also, too, on commentary, Michael Cole was freaking out about Valhalla's antlers.
Oh, yeah, he always does that, yeah.
He's Matthew from Botchamania posted the clip compilation to his Twitter of Michael Cole freaking out when Valhalla didn't have the antlers, and she didn't have the antlers for 2 weeks, and Michael Cole was flipping out. And then she comes out with the antlers, and he's like, yes! She has the antlers!
That's awesome.
Oh my god, I lost it. It was so funny.
I didn't hear that. I wish I could have heard that. Didn't he because isn't this a thing now? Because didn't he get it wrong one week? He didn't call them antlers. He called it something else, and everyone roasted him for it, and like it was,
He said antlers like a different way, and I forget how he said them, but he mispronounced like one part of the word, and Wade Barrett kept like correcting him. It was so funny.
yeah. But sometime at this far in the Rumble, anything else you want to add to what I've been talking about so far? Like any other thoughts while we're here?
I loved it. It was I thought so far up to this point it was very good. Some nice surprises. But yeah, it's the Jordan Grace one genuinely surprised me. I saw just like looked it up too. Like I didn't know I thought she might have been one or two eliminations, but she didn't have any.
Yeah.
She was just there. She existed. But yeah, so far I have no problems with it. Truth made it better.
Yes, he did. He's awesome. Again, his is bad though. Yeah, then we had some more eliminations. We had Nia Jax eliminate Piper Niven at one point. That happened. Bayley eliminated Tegan Nox at one point. I think this was kind of like after Damage Control had been eliminated. Could have been before though. I don't remember. Again, it's hard to keep track with all this stuff. So making sure I get all the eliminations. I don't think that happened yet. Okay, yeah. Nia Jax eliminated Shotzi. I said that already. Okay. Naomi eliminated Kaylee Ray at one point. I think I said that already. And then yeah, I think I'm caught up on the eliminations now. So then number 25 was Mia Yim, who was representing SmackDown. She didn't last very long in this Rumble, which is kind of unfortunate, but you know that happens sometimes. It just happens. Number 26 was Monday Night Raw, Zoe Stark. Number 27 was NXT's Roxanne Perez. And then number 28 was unaffiliated free agent Jay Cargill. They kept their AEW theme. Well, they didn't completely keep it, but like they changed it a little bit.
Somewhat.
So that was pretty cool.
I think the beginning is identical.
But other than that, I haven't heard it really yet because it was hard to hear it in the arena too because we were like screaming about Jay Cargill being there. So this was kind of like her and Nia Jax went face to face. And then when she got into the ring, she had a really good moment here. She had a really good pump-up bicycle kick onto Nia Jax. It had a body slam, eliminated her. And this was awesome because after this, Becky Lynch was standing right next to her. And she was laughing at at Nia Jax for this happening to her.
Laughing at herself.
Why not? So this was awesome. And then immediately after this happened, Jay Cargill took her head off with a bicycle kick. So, yeah, great first impression for Jay Cargill right here. We'll talk about her appearance a little bit more. What did you think of the first impressions of Jay Cargill right here? I thought this was awesome.
Incredible. That fucking, that slam that she did was insanely impressive. And then to pick her up and fucking throw over the top rope, that was even more impressive.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I think that's a WrestleMania.
I think it is too.
But yeah, that was impressive. That's a great way to debut her. Everyone could shut the fuck up. But she looked really good.
What did you say, punk?
Everyone could shut the fuck up.
I should kick your fucking ass! Bring it on, old man! Bring it on!
Yeah, we'll talk about this too. I don't know.
He came off like a star, too.
I don't know how true this is because there was a report that came out that said even though her appearance ended up being good, she forgot a lot of stuff in the match and stuff like that. I don't know how true that report is because it seemed like she did great in the match. I don't know. I feel like that report might be a misreport because it seemed like she remembered all those spots unless everyone was just kind of working her through it and everything like that. But I don't know, because that. She only had two main spots to remember was that, and I think she had one more thin afterwards. So it's I think it came off still pretty well. If she did forget everything, they probably worked her through it. But I did see a report about that. So how true do you think that report is? I'm pretty sure that might be a misreport.
Bull. That's bullshit.
There you go. Then we have some more entrants. I don't know if I broke it down, but at one point, Maxine Dupree got eliminated by Nia Jax, so that happened. I want to make sure I get that in there. Then we had NXT's Tiffany Stratton And then Monday Night Raw's Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan returned here. She got a good reaction. I think everyone was expecting Sasha Banks at this point. So, she didn't get the reaction you would have wanted her to get. But that's what happens when you expect one thing and don't get it. And yeah, everybody just kind of goes at it.
Definitely read the dirt sheets.
Yeah. And, everyone was kind of going afterwards. They did a lot of interactions between Becky Lynch and Tiffany Stratton to kind of call back to their feud from NXT. They did a face-off with Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill, which was really cool. They did a face-off with Becky and Jade Cargill. And then Tiffany Stratton ended up eliminating Roxanne Perez, which I thought made sense, because that kind of calls back to their time in NXT together and everything like that. And then immediately Bayley eliminated Tiffany Stratton right afterwards, which was kind of funny. And then it came to, and then Jade Cargill and Naomi eliminated. Yeah, make sure I have that right. I think Becky Lynch, right? Let me make sure I got that. Was Becky? Where are you?
I think it was.
Yeah, they so they did that, and then yeah, she also Jade Cargill got a lot of eliminations in the Royal Rumble match. She also eliminated Bianca Belair, so that was pretty cool. No, she didn't. Bayley eliminated Bianca Belair. My bad. There was a cool bit where Zelina Vega used Bianca's ponytail to stay in the match, which was really cool. Shayna and Zoe Stark worked together to eliminate Zelina Vega. Zelina Vega lasted 20 minutes. She lasted a long time in the Rumble, which was cool. Then it came down to the final three. It was Bayley, Jade Cargill, and Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan and Jade Cargill went at it. And Jade Cargill eventually eliminated... No, Liv Morgan eventually eliminated Jade Cargill, and then Bayley immediately came from behind and just eliminated Liv Morgan. She was the final... she made it the final two again. This was after Jade Cargill eliminated Naomi and everything too. So Bayley won the Women's Royal Rumble. She ended up breaking the Royal Rumble elimination record after Naomi broke it. It was really cool. So Naomi broke the longest time in a Women's Royal Rumble match before Bayley did, but because she got eliminated before Bayley, Bayley ended up breaking it because she had, she won the whole match and she was in it since number 3. And Bayley pretty much had a Ric Flair 1992 Royal Rumble performance here. She came in at number 3 and she kind of stayed out of the mix after Damage Control had been eliminated and everything like that. So she had a very similar performance here, which I thought was cool for Bayley right here. And yeah, this is absolutely the right person, I thought, to win the Women's Royal Rumble. I think, it makes it a little unpredictable about who she's going to challenge. I think obviously she's going to end up challenging Io Sky, but obviously they could tell a nice storyline of how we get there and everything like that. And then, yeah, the Women's Royal Rumble just was fantastic. A lot of good surprises, a lot of good moments in the Rumble. I'm gonna give it 5 stars. Being there live, I think, makes it 5 stars. If I probably watched this at home, it probably would have been 4 3/4. But I was there live. You gotta go the 5 stars when you're there live. It's an awesome moment to see. So yeah, fantastic Women's Royal Rumble. Overall, what did you think of the Women's Royal Rumble and the winner being Bayley and everything like that?
I liked it. I liked it a lot. Like you said, I'm at 4 3/4. And it's, if I was there, it probably would have been a lot more. Probably would have been 5, but yeah, 4 3/4. It was still a really good match. It was a great match.
And they did a good. This has been making the rounds. They did a good thing at the end where all the people that got eliminated, at the end, it's who they consider they're going to be the future of the women's division, Jade Cargill, Liv Morgan, Bianca Belair, and Naomi. Or it might have been somebody else. They were side to side, the future of the division. I think it might have been Tiffany Stratton too. So that was pretty cool. So yeah, then continuing, we had the WWE Undisputed Universal Championship match. It was Roman Reigns defending against AJ Styles, Randy Orton, and LA Knight in a fatal 4-way match. Yeah, this was a great match right here. Everybody worked together in the beginning to take out Roman Reigns. They were just beating him up. They threw him into the barricade and everything like that. Eventually, Styles cheap shots LA Knight, so they all kind of go and do their own thing. Orton kind of brawls with Reigns for a while Styles brawls with LA Knight. Eventually, Roman Reigns gets the advantage. He starts taking out AJ, just really dominated him and LA Knight. And then, everybody just kind of got a chance to get their licks in. LA Knight got a really good neck breaker in. AJ Styles did a really good springboard 450. Orton did some really good back suplexes onto the announce tables and stuff. He went on an RKO spree. He did the Elimination Chamber 2019 spot where Styles went for the Phenomenal Forearm, but he was trapped in the RKO. Orton RKO Knight. LA Knight did a really good BFT. He did this good thing where he ran up the ropes and hit a really good superplex. Eventually, Styles went crazy and started firing away with people with steel chairs and shots and everything like that. Randy Orton had the match won at one point with an RKO, but Solo ran out, pulled the referee out, and laid out Orton with a Samoan spike, and he went to do a one-and-hip attack to Styles with a barricade, but Styles moved, and then eventually Roman Reigns pinned AJ Styles with the spear. I figured this would happen. I thought this was a great match, though. I give it 4 stars. Really great 4-way. I thought everybody got their moments to shine in this match. And, Roman Reigns obviously made sense to win this match. There's no reason to take the title off him right now because, if he's going to make it as champion, he should lose at Mania. A lot of people are thinking he was going to lose because of the Vince stuff, but then was not to be. Roman Reigns, it's just great stuff. Bloodline storyline still fairly stale at the moment. I think this 4-way added some life to it. Overall, this was a great 4-way. Give it 4 stars. I was surprised it was second match on the card. I think it would have been like third to last, but they didn't go that direction. So overall, how did you feel about this match right here?
I thought the match was really good. I give it 4. It was really good fatal 4-way. The Bloodline's gonna get stale. It's pretty much the same thing in every Roman match now. There's no variation to it, and it's gotten extremely stale.
Yeah, I will say the 4-way did add some life to it because it wasn't a 1-on-1, so like Roman was out of it for like most of it.
Yeah,
so it added to
you
it.
could do other things.
Yeah,
everyone could pitch in and it looked good.
Then we had the United States Championship match. It was Logan Paul defending against Kevin Owens. Really good very good actually United States Championship match right here. Might have been Logan Paul's like greatest match in WWE. The only one that really tops is maybe the Roman Reigns match at Crown Jewel 2022. But this was great stuff right here. Both men looked really strong. Eventually, Logan Paul tries to use the brass knuckles. Because the guy who we've been seeing jumps the barricade and tries to hand it to him, but this time he's about to get thrown out. And behind the ref's back, Theory and Waller come out, and Waller hands Paul the brass knuckles, but he misses, and Owens grabs the knuckles. He hits Logan Paul with them, and the ref had been distracted, and he's about to make the 3 count, but the ref notices the brass knuckles on Kevin Owens' hand and disqualifies Kevin Owens. And afterwards, Kevin Owens loses, and he powerbombs Logan Paul through the announcer's table and just leaves. Really good United States Championship match here. I give it 3 3/4 stars. Didn't mind the finish too much because it's still like early in the feud. I feel like they could still do other stuff. Something tells me Logan Paul is going to end up putting up the title on the line in a chamber match. So that way Owens can get a rematch and Waller can be in there. Because Waller I think is going to get a big pop. So a lot of people can be in the U.S. title mix for the Elimination Chamber. So I gave this 3 3/4 stars. I thought it was very good.
I give it 3 3/4 too. It was a really good match. Post match, Kevin Owens just beat the shit out of Logan Paul.
He did.
Just beat the fucking piss out of him. I'm like, oh my god. Logan looked a little roughed up after. They tried to interview him, and he silently was concussed. he did not. He could not form a proper sentence.
No, he could not.
So I think I think he was a little. I think he got his bell rung a little bit because Kevin does shit very hard. He's not a he's a very stiff worker. So his stuff is made to look like it hurts. So I think Logan got a little roughed up in that match, legitimately. Not like on purpose, but like, shit happens. It's wrestling. You get dinged up.
Yeah. So then we had I was also gonna say, because it had been reported, Logan Paul's signed a new contract. Is it full time? Because he was saying it was full time. Is it actually full time, or was that was he just saying that? Because I haven't been able to keep track when it comes to that stuff because of my travels and stuff.
I don't know.
Because
he said it's full time. I don't believe him.
Yeah.
Because he's a bit of a liar. But if he wants to do this full time, I think he could do it.
I think he could.
He's young enough too. He's 28, so he's still like young enough to where he can do this for a very long time, and he's looked the part. He can do it full time.
When he says full time, maybe it's just more like full time than it was. Like he's working like a Chris Jericho schedule that he was working before he left, where he's there for a few months and then he just leaves. Maybe that's what he means when he says full time.
I think, or just appearing on TV.
Yeah.
Like once a week on TV, and maybe do like one live event.
Yeah. If that's the case, he might keep the title a lot longer than WrestleMania then, because I feel like this title reign has a lot of legs to it, which kind of sucks because I think that LA Knight then wouldn't get the title. But we're gonna talk about this. I think a lot of things are changing for WrestleMania, so we'll talk about that when we get there. So yeah, then we have the men's Rumble match. Kicking off, we had the first couple entrances. We had Monday Night Raw's Jey Uso, and then the second entrance was SmackDown's Jimmy Uso. First time face off for these two, since Jey quit SmackDown back in August.
Jey looked pissed.
Yeah.
You can see the look on his face. Oh my god.
This was a really
looks get killed.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
This was a really good face off here. It kind of makes you forget about the bad booking of Jimmy that's gone on for the past few months and stuff. Not completely, obviously,
because he looked legit out there.
Yeah. Obviously, they're probably gonna undo it though on SmackDown this week. For a fact that they will. So,
although I would have had Jimmy eliminate Jey. That's kind of, I think, what they had a bit of a misstep.
Yes. But yeah, they went at it. They had a really good exchange. They had a double down at this point, and then the next entrant was SmackDown's Grayson Waller, which I thought was a great choice because he cut us a promo talking about how nobody cares about the blood feud and all that type of stuff. So he was a perfect second choice, and he kind of came in and he got immediately his ass kicked and stuff like that. But then eventually he came in and did his rolling cutter and stuff. So that was Grayson Waller was a perfect choice to come in at number 3. I thought he was great.
He also acknowledged too, so Jimmy would have beat his ass.
Yeah. Then we had number 4, unaffiliated / free agent Andrade. He made his return here. I was so happy to see Andrade. He's got new theme music now. It's really good. And
I like it a lot.
He got a really great reaction.
I think we all expected it once he became a free agent.
Yeah.
It was either going to be that Monday Night Raw, that NXT, or the Rumble.
Especially, too, we expect he was coming soon because he just pulled out of... Because he was supposed to do all these GCW... Was it GCW or CMLL? It was one of the...
It was one GCW event and one AAA event.
Yeah, and he just pulled out of all those shows recently and was like, yep, he's good. He's coming soon. So, when I say he's coming, I mean he's coming to, the Rumble. I don't mean, the other thing. So, it'd be a weird reason.
Maybe. He might.
But yeah, this was awesome though. You got a great reaction too. Which it's It makes sense though, because a lot of his WWE career in like the early stage of it was spent in Florida, so it made sense. A lot of people would have reacted that way.
And spectacular at that. Too.
Yeah. So
Triple H really knew what to book him, and once he got up to the main roster, Vince had no fucking clue how to use him.
Yeah. So this was all
really showed in that 2020 year too.
This was an awesome return here. I couldn't see him, but you could just tell he looked happy too. I don't think he's been happy, in a while. So he looked like he was.
I mean, he's been wanting him, Malachi Black and Buddy Matthews. They want to be back in WWE. Yeah, they were treated like dog shit the first time around, but there was an old creep that was in charge. Now it's a new regime.
Yeah.
Now it's fucking people like Triple H who were pushing these guys to the moon when they were in NXT.
Yeah. So it makes sense that once both those guys' contracts expire, I can guarantee you where they're going. Yeah.
And it's not staying in AEW, that's for sure.
And honestly, too, I know this is off topic. I feel like, too, Brody's going to end up joining them, too, because I think Malachi will convince him to go, too. It's going to be one thing leads to another.
They're partners, they're friends. Once their contracts are up, they're out.
Yeah.
At least 2 out of the 3. I could see Brody being convinced to stay, but 2 out of the 3 for sure are going to be gone.
Yeah. But yeah, Andrade looked really good in this Rumble. He had some really good moments here. Then number 5 was NXT's Carmelo Hayes. He looked really good here. This really wasn't a surprise because he's been on SmackDown the past few weeks, so I kind of figured he was gonna.
And he's been in the last 2 Rumbles, I think.
Yeah, so I'll just wait.
Or last year. He's either last year or the year is either 2023 and 2022. I think he was in both of those Rumbles also.
I'll say this now, quick rant. No Trick Williams. That was a mistake to not put him in this Rumble. I think he definitely should have been in this Royal Rumble here.
Again, another fucking NXT stronghold too. NXT big in Florida. Trick Willie came out on SmackDown and blew the roof off the place.
Yeah, so I think he should have been in this Rumble here.
I can't believe he wasn't in it.
Yeah.
I would have honestly. You could have done without Mello and put Trick in there.
Yeah. Then we had Monday Night Raw's Shinsuke Nakamura. He looked really good here. We had SmackDown's Santos Escobar. He had a really good face-off with Andrade, which is a face-off I wanted to see actually since Santos became Santos Escobar. So I thought that was awesome.
Did they face each other in Mexico?
They could have. I mean, it's possible. Because Santos was in AAA a long time, and Andrade was in AAA a long time. They had to have had a match at some point.
They had to have. I mean, at some point, yeah. I feel like they did.
Yeah. Then we have SmackDown's Karrion Kross. He didn't really get much of a reaction. Everyone just kind of said he'd go away. They didn't want him there. Which is a shame for him.
I mean, he also debuted a new theme song.
Yeah, so,
So it's like, okay, who the fuck is this guy? And you're like, oh, it's Kross, okay. I was like, who the fuck is that?
Yeah.
Who's coming out right now? I was like, oh, it's Kross, okay.
And then we had number 9 was Dirty Dominic Mysterio. He got booed massively here.
Good.
Yeah, he deserves it. That's what happens when you're a bad son. So, stop.
What happens when you're a piece of shit?
Yeah. Number 10 was
That happens when
huh?
That's what happens when you're spineless.
Yeah. Then number 10 was SmackDown's Carlito. He came out and immediately eliminated Santos Escobar. That was cool.
I like that too. Oh, he did the apple spit too.
Yep.
To Santos.
Oh.
After he was gonna do it to Dom, and Santos stopped him. Everyone got pissed at Santos, and then he tried to do the quick elimination on Carlito, and Carlito spit the apple in his face after he bit it. That was so funny. I was like, that motherfucker deserved.
I mean, you probably don't love this, but I love too how they did a callback where they had Santos and Dom work together. Obviously, you didn't like that because you think they're both pieces of.
No, I didn't. Assholes is what they are.
There you go.
After all that Ray did for Santos, that ungrateful piece of shit and his manipulated pussy whipped son.
Corey Graves has said this. Let's see if you have a response to this. He says, is there something to say about Rey Mysterio that his son and Santos have turned on him in the span of a year? What do you have to say to Corey Graves for that?
That's their fucking problem. Ray's a good dude. He's a great father. Look at Aaliyah. She's perfect. A little angel. Look at that fucking piece of shit son that he has and his stupid fucking friend. Look at
I don't even know if they're friends.
that loser. How could they do that to Rey Mysterio, that legend?
Yeah.
It hurt his knee. He hurt his knee too, so I'm very mad at him.
Now he's had surgery.
But don't worry though. We'll be back soon.
Because now Rey's...
And Santos is going to be running for the hills.
Because now Rey's had surgery 6 times in his left knee. 6 times. It was just 5. Now it's 6 times. Now they're going to have to update the WWE injury things. I have had surgery 6 times. They're going to have to do the Booker T... Well, I guess it would have been 5 times, but they're gonna have to do the Booker T 6 times knee surgery. Poor Ray now. He's gonna get made fun. He's gonna get made fun of. Thanks to Santos.
Yeah, well, Santos is about to get his ass whooped. When Ray comes back, he's got a 619 with his disgusting face written all over it.
Then number 11 was SmackDown's Bobby Lashley. He immediately eliminated Carlito and Karrion Kross. However, though, during this, AOP came out. It was during Marcel Bartel. That was close. I almost did it. I almost did that.
Yeah, dude's the Kaiser.
I almost did that. AOP came out, and they were kind of mouthing off with the Street Profits and stuff, and this allowed... This caused Lashley to get eliminated by, I guess Cross. He just went back and eliminated him, They have to do that once a year,
Yeah, because I think Bobby was on the apron and Cross just yanked him.
Yeah, but they got to do...
Because the AOP were coming around. They said to beat him up, and the Street Profits came out. To also a big reaction, and they started brawling all the way to the back.
Because, they got to do that at least once a year, where someone gets eliminated, and then they have to eliminate the other person. They have to do that once a year, so...
It's usually people who are feuding with each other.
So this made sense. Other eliminations that took place, I think I might have missed them. I want to make sure I get them in there. Carmelo Hayes eliminated Grayson Waller, which Waller wasn't happy about. He went backstage and complained.
That's too bad.
He went backstage and complained about that he blamed Shawn Michaels for it because there's not even supposed to be NXT people in the Royal Rumble match. So he was kind of mad about that.
Too bad. Get over it. Stop crying.
He was all confused about why Andrade's there. He doesn't even work here, so he was all confused, So he didn't know what was going on. I mean, you could see why he didn't know what was going on. It's his first Rumble. He's never been in a Rumble before. You have to kind of, understand he has to,
He doesn't understand to expect the unexpected.
He did say though he's gonna get treated better in Australia. So that's good, I guess.
I hope he doesn't.
You never know. So number 12 was Marcel Bartel. Then number 13 was... Well, Marcel Bartel, by the way, was represented Raw. I forgot to say that. Number 13 was SmackDown's Austin Theory. Number 14 was SmackDown's one half of the WWE Undisputed WWE Tag Team Champions. I think there was too many WWEs in there, but we have to just get over it. Finn Balor.
Undisputed WWE, undisputed WWE, WWE, undisputed WWE.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. It's so wordy. Then number 15 was Monday Night Raw's Cody Rhodes. He got a great reaction here. Everyone loved him.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Number 16 was Monday Night Raw's Bronson Reed. Number 17 was Monday Night Raw's Kofi Kingston.
Big Bronson Reed. Big.
Well, I didn't say it on Wikipedia.
Because he's fucking huge.
Big. I didn't say it on Wikipedia, so what do you want me to do?
Large man.
At one point, Kofi eliminated Marcel Bartel, and then another point, Cody Rhodes eliminated Austin Theory, which everybody loved. Thanks to Cody, Austin Theory only lasted 38 minutes and 58 seconds. I'm sorry, 3 minutes and 58 seconds in the Royal Rumble. That's awesome. Cody's a kind soul for that,
A hero.
And then, other things. Finn Balor eliminated Carmelo Hayes. I thought that was kind of a good callback because they've been kind of feuding off and on, from the summer and everything like that. So that was cool that happened. And then, what we had number 18 was Monday Night Raw's Intercontinental Champion Walter. He eliminated Kofi in the Rumble. I was very disappointed Kofi didn't get a Rumble moment. I think I told you. We talked about this privately. It seems like Kofi's Royal Rumble moments are over now. It seems like they're not going to be a thing anymore because, he didn't even tease a Royal Rumble spot or anything like that. It was really disappointing. How do you feel about that? The end of it.
I also think, too, at the same time, I think he's done everything.
Yeah.
At this point. So they're kind of doing away with it now. Not really acknowledging it, but, like, he's done the chair hop. He's done the fucking handstand. He's done the land on the barricade and then run and jump and land on the stairs.
Yeah, there's only so much you can do, I guess.
He got caught by the New Day and they threw him back in. Like he's done almost everything he could possibly do.
Yeah. So I don't know what. I guess I don't know what more he could do. So. Then we had number 19. It was Monday Night Wars. Ivar. He looked really good in this Rumble. Then we had
no antlers. Very sad.
Yeah, well, probably Michael Cole. Yeah, number 20 was NXT's Braun Breaker. Yeah, it's NXT's Braun Breaker. He as we found out now, he took Brock Lesnar's spot in this Rumble. Basically, everything that Braun Breaker did in this Rumble was supposed to go to Brock Lesnar. We'll get into why at the end of the show there's no Brock Lesnar in this Rumble. But yeah, he looked really good here. Obviously, I think everyone would have liked Brock Lesnar to be in this Rumble. Well, maybe not because of what.
Honest to God, this Rumble didn't need Brock. Didn't need him. Braun did it perfectly.
Yeah. He came out.
Same type of energy that brought everything, aura, everything. He looked amazing.
Yeah, he eliminated a lot of people. He
came into the younger talent.
Yeah.
Like, it makes so much sense.
He eliminated Jimmy Uso. He eliminated Finn Balor. He eliminated somebody else I can't think of right now. And then eventually...
Omos.
Yeah. And then eventually he eliminated... he got eliminated by Dirty Dominic Mysterio in like a heel way, so they protected him pretty well in defeat. So,
That was supposed to be Brock, and the match was supposed to be Brock and Dom at Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, so they're probably gonna. I assume Braun will just finish up what he's doing. In NXT.
They could easily have like Dom versus Braun at in Australia.
Yeah. Because there's not a lot for Braun to do in NXT now, anyways, and But then we had number 21. It was unaffiliated / free agent Omos. Obviously he got a fairly okay reaction. I guess MVP was there. I didn't see him from the series, but MVP was there. I guess I couldn't actually see him. So
yeah, MVP was there with him. He walked about halfway with him and then sent him to the ring, and then went to the back.
And then at one point, all the big guys are having a face off: Braun Breaker, Omos, Ivar, Walter, and Bronson Reed. And it's time for the next entrant. It's number 22, unaffiliated / free agent / commentator, Pat McAfee. And I was like, oh, okay, they're going to go here. So he gets into the ring. He acts like he's going to get into it, but he kind of sees like the people that are in there are like big. So he's kind of afraid. So he goes over the apron and he's like, yeah, I'm not going to do this. But then he hypes himself up and he's like, okay, wait, maybe I can do this. And then he sees the situation he's in, and then he just eliminates himself. So that was basically the Pat McAfee stick in the Royal Rumble. I thought this was awesome. It was wicked funny, and this was great. What'd you think of this?
I was dying. And like the rest of the time on commentary, Michael and Corey got along and they started shitting on Pat, and it was so fucking fun.
Like, what were they saying? Because I couldn't.
They just kept making fun of him the whole time. Michael kept like saying like, "Oh, I'm the longest commentator to last in a Royal Rumble." You lasted how long? 35 seconds. I lasted over
38.
I think it's like Michael lasted like 35 seconds. And he kept saying that, and Pat was getting so mad. It was so funny. It was so fun. It was amazing.
And then we had number 23. It was Monday Night Wars, JD McDonough. I missed it. What happened to JD? Because he was like there, but then like got knocked. What happened to him? I kind of missed what happened. Like,
the fuck happened? Oh, Braun speared him.
okay,
It's almost someone eliminated. Oh, Dom limited him. He made his entrance, and then he got speared because Truth was there too.
yeah.
Truth had been out there, and Truth was like he gets speared, and then Truth like tries to check on him. Truth throws him in, and then JD gets eliminated like immediately.
That was awesome.
I was dying.
And then yeah, number 24 was Monday Night Raw's R-Truth. You got the right Rumble this time. Unfortunately, though, he's mistaken of what this is. So, you know, he thinks this is a tag match. So he's asking for a hot tag from Dominic Mysterio. And he gets the hot tag. He starts hitting all of Cena's moves on Walter. And
they were like, I don't think Truth realizes this is not a tag match on commentary. And they started like talking about like how Truth's childhood hero was Cena, and Michael Cole because Truth like went off the wrong ropes, and Michael was like, he's not even doing it right. He's doing it wrong. And then of course Gunther got up and just destroyed him.
Yeah, he eliminates R-Truth. No, he doesn't.
The hot tag was insane. Like,
yeah,
he got the hot tag, and like the building exploded.
Then we had number 26. It was Monday Night.
And I'm commentary like I don't think he's even trying. He's not even trying to help Dom. he's just letting him get choked out.
And
so
number
funny.
27 was Monday Night Raw. CM Punk. He got an insane reaction. Everybody loved Punk. It was awesome. He immediately eliminates Dominic Mysterio. That was awesome. I loved it. I think you loved that too.
Oh, it was the best. That little piss ant song, the ungrateful piece of shit song.
And then we had number 29. No, it's number 28. Monday Night Raw's Ricochet. You know, he returned here. This was nice. He eventually got eliminated by Drew McIntyre, and he did like a really good backflip, like eliminated, kind of like Paul London style almost. That was cool.
Kind of an underwhelming reaction.
Yeah, it was
for Ricochet.
Yeah, it was kind of. Number 29 was Monday Night Raw's Drew McIntyre. Yeah, he's aggressive here. He's vicious. He's mean. I don't understand what he's doing.
McIntyre.
Yeah. Then number 30 was not Monday Night Raw's Sami Zayn. Oh, wait, I missed an entrant. I missed Damian Priest, and I missed The Miz. Hold on. Number 25 was Monday Night Raw's The Miz, and number 26 was Monday Night Raw's one half of the WWE Undisputed Tag Team Champions and Mr. Money in the Bank, Damian Priest.
Senior Money in the Bank.
Okay. I feel like you could have actually took it.
Senior Money in
I
the
feel
Bank.
like you could have taken Priest out and replaced him with Trick. You know, because Priest has a title shot anyway, so like, why does he need to be in the Rumble? That doesn't make sense. Like, that's stupid.
I feel like that was a bit, like looking back on it now, it's a bit of a misstep there. I mean, Trick should have been in there. Maybe keep Mello in at 5.
Yeah, and have Trick be like,
and have Trick be later on because again, NXT country.
Yeah, and Priest is Money in the Bank. What's he in the?
You're in
What's he
Florida.
in the Rumble? I always hate it when the Money in the Bank win is in the Rumble. Why are you in the Rumble? You have a fucking title shot.
What is the point? You have a guaranteed shot.
Stupid.
You have literally. It's so funny because the contract expires at WrestleMania.
No, it doesn't. It's a Money in the Bank because remember, Money in the Bank is on pay per view yet.
Oh yeah, because it's not. It was at WrestleMania. It's WrestleMania. It's not. It's Money in the Bank. It's Money in the Bank. That's right. But you get a guaranteed WrestleMania main event.
I don't understand that.
I mean, either way, he was getting a fucking guaranteed main event.
Yeah. What are you fucking doing? Get out of there. Been like, I would have been like, you're not going. You're not going in there. You're not going there. Like,
it just felt like it was
Yeah. He eliminates Truth though. He he felt sorry about it, but he kind of had no choice. And then the Miz, who eliminated the Miz? I don't even remember. Walter did. Him and the Miz and Walter had a face off, because they haven't had a face off in a while. I will say this. I think I told you this. When you're there live, it's not easy to keep track of what the entrances are for the Rumble.
Yeah, it's different.
So, we didn't even know, Sami Zayn was, the last entrant until, the final 6 had their face off and everything like that. Oh, that was it. We didn't even realize Sami Zayn was number 30.
Yeah, it's easier and less, not flustering, but, everything, your fucking senses are going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
it's like you're just, you really don't know what's going on around you. You don't know when people are eliminated. You can't tell when people are eliminated if you sit higher up. So it's like, it's kind of tough to like keep along with
Yeah.
it. With at home, you're like, okay, the camera angles on every fucking person who's eliminated. Every entrant you see. So it's like, I can kind of see why being there would be like, it'd be tough to like follow along with it.
Yeah, you would have been pissed. You would have been like, "What's going on? I don't know." Like, you would have been like, "What's going on?" Like, yeah, you would have been like, "Oh," you would have been like, "Oh, we're going home. I'm not doing this no more." Like, you would have left. You would have like, you would have been gone. Like,
I would have left. I would have left, taken the car, and gone back to the hotel and watched it.
you would have been like,
paid money to go and see it live, and then I'm gonna leave and then go watch it elsewhere because I can't see anything.
and then you would have been like, "Find your own fucking ride home. Thanks for taking me to this shit show." You would have been like that. That's what.
We'll leave it now. I would have yanked you with me.
but
Fuck with me now.
I would be like, "No, I'm staying here." But yeah, no, the rest of the Rumble continues. We had like the final 6. It was Damian Priest, Sami Zayn, Drew McIntyre, CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, and I think Walter. And then Sami eliminates Damian Priest. Drew eliminates Sami, and then it's down to the final 4. Walter and Drew just destroy Punk and Cody. I think it was like Walter destroying Cody and Drew destroying Punk. At one point, Drew lays out Punk with the Future Shock DDT. You're probably thinking, "Oh, why are you breaking that down?" Well, that ties into Monday Night Raw, which we'll get to later. So
that's okay. I'm just gonna say it now, but like that's where he tore his tricep.
Yeah.
So
so then eventually Cody eliminates Walter. Punk eliminates Drew. We get the final 2. It's Cody and Punk, and then at this point too, they because we didn't know, they show on the screen Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns were watching the Rumble matches. Obviously, we didn't know till after the fact, but it had been known. And then they go at it for a bit. Everyone was very mixed. Some people, everyone in my section wanted Punk, and everybody in the other sections like wanted Cody. And eventually, Cody won the Rumble. He Punk got a little too cocky, and Cody, after he hit him with the GTS, and Cody eventually recovered and hit a clothesline on him, and Cody main evented WrestleMania. He pointed very clearly to Roman Reigns. Obviously, we saw him point it, but we didn't know who was pointing at because we didn't know Roman was sitting there and everything like that. So we didn't...
pointed nothing.
But yeah, originally, if we did this Monday like we planned, I would have come on here. I'm like, I don't hate Cody winning the Rumble. I just think Punk was the better choice. But it kind of ended up working out because, again, Punk ended up tearing his triceps. So, who knows what they would have done. So it kind of ended up working out. In hindsight, I was kind of thinking about it too. Say Punk didn't tear his tricep, it's probably better off Cody wins the Rumble. Because, one, they were kind of really hyping up. It was the first time, nobody won the Rumble 2 years in a row since Austin. And, they were really hyping that up. It's like, okay, it seems like they're going to go there now. This is the only chance where they're going to have to do it. And also, too, it's less of a mess if Cody wins the Rumble than, Punk. Because, Punk could have just won the Chamber to challenge Seth for the title. Cody could just choose him. But, again, it ends up working out better because now Punk tore his tricep. A lot of people saying online, that they changed the Rumble result because Punk tore his tricep. I really think Cody was always going to win the Rumble. It's just that Punk tore his tricep.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
I mean, in a way, they did spoil at the beginning by putting Cody up there and having exclamation points next to his his Rumble win in 2023. They had 2023 exclamation points.
Yeah, so
looking back at that at now, it's like, man, they kind of did spoil who was going to win.
But yeah, I think Cody. I'm okay with him winning. I was thinking too, what's gonna be the reaction because everyone really wanted Punk, but Cody cannot get booed in WWE no matter what happens. He's still fucking over, even though Punk was the more popular superstar. This dude can. Cody's not gonna get booed.
It's been this WrestleMania is 3 years.
Yeah. And again, too,
wow, 3 years.
Yeah,
Christ.
and again, like there was so many reasons for Cody to get booed, like the Sammy stuff last year we talked about in the tier list, and then you know, you would have thought he would have gotten booed here, but no, like this guy is not gonna get booed, like no matter what happens, like
Nope.
it's just insane that
If anything, if anything, too, if I was expecting anyone to get like a mixed reaction, it would be Punk.
Yeah.
Just because, I mean, he's so over still, but like people just love Cody more. And I feel like if Punk won, there would still be tons of cheers, but I think there'd be a few spattering of boos that you could probably hear in the arena and over the TV.
But yeah, that's the Rumble. Again, I was there live. I'll give it like 5 stars. The men's Rumble seemed like it went by very fast too. Like it was all of a sudden like the end.
It did.
You know. But yeah, I still enjoyed it. And you know, I was there live. If I was probably at home, I probably would have said like 4.5. I probably would have said I would have liked a little bit more as like a surprise entrant, like Trick Williams should have been in it type of thing. But I was still, you know, I was there live. I'll give it 5. You know, just because I was there live. If I wasn't there live, it probably would have been like 4.5 though. So, but yeah, overall, what do you think of the men's Rumble? You didn't really get to talk about it much, but yeah, anything else you want to say about it?
I mean, you do a better job of breaking down the entrance than I did, that I would have done anyway. But I give it, like I said, like you said, like if you were watching at home, you give it 4.5. I give it 4.5 too. I feel like it needed a little bit more surprises, considering that it was the last on the card.
Yeah.
Once I saw the women were going first, I was like, "Oh, that must mean something big's happening in the men's Rumble," and it wasn't. So it was just Cody winning. But like, I think it could have, you know, been enhanced had there been 1 or 2 surprises more, and not just returning Ricochet or NXT people being in it. Legitimately, people out of the company. It doesn't have to be Okada. It could be like anyone. It could have been. I mean, I was thinking it was going to be Matt Cardona. Turns out he's on the Jericho cruise, so that couldn't have happened anyway. So I mean, it would have been nice to have Cardona. Maybe they could have got Brian Myers or something, like just something like to throw it in there. So like get a couple people from Impact, maybe Moose or like whatever, or Motor City Machine Guns. Like I would have preferred them do like 4 or 5 like surprises in the men's Rumble instead of just like I get the Braun one. The Braun one needed to happen because same sort of style as Brock, so I get that. That one obviously needed to happen. But I would have taken out Priest and put in Trick. I would have taken out a few others and tried to get like surprises, like try to work a deal with Impact to get a couple of their guys to come in. They already did it. They did it with Mickie James. They did it with Jordan Grace. Why couldn't the men have gotten more than one surprise?
Yeah, exactly.
Like the Andrade one, like everyone expected him to come back. It was fucking widely known it was widely known that his contract is up and he was going back. So everyone kind of knew it was the Rumble. Okay, Andrade's coming back. But at the same time, it's like it would have been nice to get a surprise, like a Jordan Grace like surprise, where nobody knew she was there. Like that was really awesome. Like everyone knew that Trinity was finishing up with Impact after she lost the belt in the rematch, and she came back as Naomi. So that was nice for the women. Jordan Grace was fucking awesome. Like that was a great surprise. I would have if I was Triple H, I would have tried to have gotten a few people more from Impact. I could have done without. I get Sammy coming back from the quote unquote injury, but I could have done without like Ricochet or Damian Priest or Karrion Kross or Bobby Lashley. Like I could have done without them, and just like Trick Williams and 3 others.
Yeah, definitely.
Like I really could have really could have done without the Cross and Bobby Lashley moment in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Like, it just, to me, Royal Rumble is supposed to be unpredictable. Not supposed to be like anyone could feasibly join the Rumble. But why isn't it that for the men? It's like the men have been dealing with such lack of surprises recently in Rumbles.
Yeah, definitely.
Where the women have gotten a boatload of surprises recently. Jordan Grace, Naomi, Molly Holly, Michelle McCool. You know, you name it. Every legend under the sun has come back. Like, to partake in the Women's Royal Rumble. How come the men can't get that respect?
Yeah.
And, like, work out a deal where, hey, I would have even done a trade-off for a one night. Like, hey, you know, we'll take Moose or Josh Alexander, and you can have Seth Rollins or for a night or whatever. Like, someone like that. Something like a big return. Like, something like that. And instead we got, like, a good Rumble, but not a great Rumble.
Right.
It would have been a great Rumble with those surprises. That's why people tune into the Rumble. It's anyone can come in, anyone can debut, anyone can make a surprise appearance. And instead, in the last number of years, it's been like, oh, here's your one fucking surprise, and that's it. And it's been kind of disappointing.
I agree. So that's the Royal Rumble. I'm going to give it an S rank because I was there. It was still awesome. If I hadn't have been there, I probably would have been like an A, maybe an A+. But I'm going to go S rank because I was there. It was an awesome experience. I mean, obviously, I didn't even mention... Well, first give you a letter grade, and then I'll mention, obviously, the post experience because that wasn't so fun.
I'll give it... I mean, with the criticisms included, I still thought it was a wonderful show, and I give it an A. I give it an A.
And as we're going to talk about the end, it's something that the WWE needed for that one night, and unfortunately, it's all done away with after the press conference, which we'll get into. But I thought WWE kind of got some good press back for about an hour. So that was good. Maybe not even an hour because how long is the press conference? I think 44 minutes. So that's not even 44 minutes, a half hour because Triple H goes on at the end. So yeah, they got some good press for a half hour. So that's good. And then, after my experience, by the way, we left the venue. Took us a little bit to find the car because, there's so many people there and everything like that. We sat there for like an hour. The show probably got over at 12:30. And literally, I think people were in traffic an hour. There was just nobody moving. So then we went home. We just went. We didn't get home till like 3 a.m. We had to be back awake again at like 7:30 because we had to go on our flight. I think we probably just set an alarm for like 8 o'clock. We got on the road at 8:30, went on our plane, and we just came back here. And I ended up watching SmackDown and all the other stuff like the pre-show and stuff and the post-bump Royal Rumble. Not a lot happened on the post-bump Royal Rumble, by the way. It was like hosted by Matt Camp, Megan Morant, and Ryan Popola, and they just kind of broke down the Rumble just like we did. And they did a few interviews with like Bailey and things like that, so that was cool. Now that we have done all that, so want to take us through Monday Night Raw.